guys, let's get right into it. You know how it goes. If you don't know what Politifact check is, go check out the last two videos on Hillary Clinton and Ted Cruz. But right now, we're going to get into it. So, Donald Trump had a total of 54 quotes on the first 20 pages of the Politifact quotes section, and 39 of those quotes were false. 72% were false. 15 quotes, or 28%, were true. Now, the true quote, the most true quote, like I said in other videos, I would take the most true quote. The most true quote that I found, there was only one quote that was actually 100% true. And that quote is, says American polling shows, Donald Trump, says American polling shows Russian President Putin has, quote, an 80% approval rating. And a November study found that 80% of the Russian people support Putin. Now, it's not really relevant, but it's the most true quote that I found, and I said I would use the most true quotes. But I have another special category for this episode. But let's get into the false quotes. So this is like one of the most recent quotes, by the way. A Trump television ad shows Mexicans swarming over, quote, our southern border. Now, I did some research. This is 100% false. Like, this could not be more false, is basically what I'm getting at. Now, the research is, like, the real footage is actually from Morocco, and it's immigrants swarming over a Spanish enclave in Morocco, which is 50,000 miles. Oh, my bad, 5,000, not 50,000. The world's circumference is smaller than me. It's 5,000 miles away from our southern border. And let's get into it more. So the migrants were entering Melilla. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I apologize. Melilla, which it was one out of two Spanish enclaves in a northern Moroccan territory. And entering those enclaves meant that those men and women, even though they were still in Africa, are now in an EU nation or European Union nation. Which, and this recording is actually from 2014, May 3rd, 2014. Now, I understand why they would, let's justify this. You say, like, I understand why they would try to get into the Spanish enclave, because the situation in the European Union is much better than the situation in any African nation right now. Completely. So I understand why they would try to migrate into the Spanish enclave, especially because it's so easily accessible to them, because it is in the Moroccan, like the country of Morocco. But that's basically the entire sum up of this video, because Trump is pretty simple. If you didn't see the study, he actually was found to speak at a 4th grader's level, so a 4th grader can understand him. But that's beside the point. Now, like I said earlier, there's going to be a special category in this video, and that is that I'm just going to bring up one little fact from the Politifact quotes section on their website. The special category is, I'm just mentioning that there is a pants on fire rating in the scale for Politifact quotes, and 10 out of quotes, 54 quotes were the pants on fire rating, including the quote that says a Trump television ad shows that Mexicans are swarming our southern border. That is also a pants on fire, because they can't be more false. But that's basically 10 or 18% of these quotes are pants on fire. The last two candidates that I chose, Hillary Clinton and Ted Cruz, had 0. Ted Cruz had 20 quotes. I believe I saw the notes here. I apologize. Ted Cruz had a total of 20 quotes, 0 pants on fire. and Hillary had 34. So, they may have less quotes, but the fact is that Donald Trump has 10 quotes that pants on fire rating or couldn't be more false. I rest my case.